Now, kids got suspended. Like I was saying before, I don't think that's enough. Just because of the simple fact of it is that, like I said, they're there to make sure that you get a better future.
Yeah.
Bus matrons, they may be older, and you may think they're a little bit feeble, but they're doing an awesome job to make sure that we're safe.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And because a bus matron job is so severe, that's like an usher in a church. You know, that's how severe, you know, their job is. Because if something happened, they have to respond and make sure that every student on that bus is safe.
Yeah.
So, what you think should have happened to them?
I honestly feel like, you know, maybe they should have, you know, did a public apology, which they did.
They should have done a public apologies because they had it on YouTube and she was saying, "Stop! Stop!" they had it on YouTube doing that to show it, so they should have put that on YouTube. Them, you know, publicly apologizing.
Right.
You know,
or
they should have had a clip. Had a clip say, "Stop! Sorry! Stop! Sorry! Stop! Sorry!"
Right. Yeah, but also I know the consequence of their actions resulted in them, of course, being suspended from the bus for a year, regular bus also, not just a school bus.
Right.
And then also they have to participate in like old folks home for like 50 hours of community service, as well as participate in some anti-bullying program. I think it was for the video or something. I didn't.
But I read somewhere, I believe I read somewhere where it said, you know, when you take a charge, you know, like a case against someone that's older, you get more time.
Oh yeah, of course, because I actually read this too, like a long time ago. Because like if you was assault somebody over the age of 65 in New York State, that carries an extra charge.
So you know what I'm talking about. That.
Yeah, because actually I'm not gonna say her name, but a girl I went to school with, she was charged of punching a greeter in the face at Walmart
a greeter?
Who's like 70.
Wow.
And then I read that sheet that I guess like it carries an extra charge.
Okay. So she got an extra charge.
I believe so, but I haven't. I haven't done any research on the matter. And then also I haven't spoken to her directly in a long time.
Wow. So let's get back to you. Now you said you were gay bashed before.
Of course. Yes.
What happened?
A friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, please don't say his name, 'cause I don't want you to get us sued.
Right. Initials are LF. Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Work with that. Okay.
I don't know, but
yeah, take that what you want. But LF. But so he and I, we was walking. I was walking him home, you know, from the library downtown on Broad Street, and so these two guys, one Hispanic, one black. Not that it matters. You know, so we were walking. I guess we had walked past them, and so one of them was saying, "Why are you acting like faggots when there's all these hoes out here?" Excuse my language.
Beep. Okay.
Yeah, you know. But then, you know, so I'm thinking, okay, so I'm just ignoring because my thing is, you know, you can say whatever you want to me, but you know, just don't touch me. So, or else I just ignore you. So then, you know, then they kept saying, you know, hey, faggot, you want to suck some dick? And
oh my God, you can't say it on TV, young sir.
Sorry.
But they said you want to perform oral on a man.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry about my language.
No, it's okay.
But then, yeah, so at that point, you know, so we just walking away, but then it just got quiet. And then, but then someone told me to turn around. I mean, you know, just see if the coast was clear. But then the guy was right directly behind us, and that's when he had punched the friend in the head. But then of course I responded back by attacking him. And that's when, you know,
what did the friend do? I just imagine.
So of course he was scared. So, you know, I'm not gonna hold anything against him. You know, I know that he
did he fight back.
No, he didn't fight back because I just heard screaming because
he was screaming.
Well, yeah, because at that point, you know, because I got got hit in the eye, but then I really couldn't see anything because there was so much blood. Yeah, of course, because there was so much blood coming everywhere, so I really couldn't see.
So you just saw red, huh?
Right. Well, not even red. It was more like black, but it just happened that it was blood around my eyes now.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and that's
so. Did you get like really, really badly hurt?
Not too badly hurt, but even though if you look closely at me, it's a scar above my right eyelid, which is from that night.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna look that close, but
yeah,
you know, amen.
Yeah, that was
I'll take your word for it.
Of course.
But what I'm saying is that you said your friend was screaming.
Yeah, like I was like call the police and this and the other.
Okay, wait, hold on. I have nothing against homosexuals.
Right.
Okay, I love everybody. Despite so many people feel, I love everyone. A lot of people don't think that I feel that way, but I truly, genuinely love everyone.
Yeah.
We're all God's children.
You should.
Right, and that's the reason why I do. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're homosexual or bisexual, trisexual, whatever sexual you want to be, whatever, what's the sense, like, why are you so feminine? Like, why are people that are homosexuals so feminine? Because you can sleep with anybody you want to. You can sleep with whoever, but that don't change the fact that you are a man. It doesn't change the fact that you know what I'm saying? You have muscles in areas that another woman have never even thought that she would have. Why you are so feminine? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because I don't feel that you are. You done been to the military and everything else.
Right.
But why are you so feminine? Like, can you answer that question?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could answer it more thoroughly, but my theory is why gay men are so feminine. Not all of them, but a lot of gay men are feminine. It's just because of the fact that maybe it's kind of hardwired in their DNA.
It's like it's a stigma. It's a stigma.
Yeah,
because like you say you're gay, how you do all that other crazy stuff, neck popping, and when someone says something about the homosexual community, they're thinking of a ghetto female, like how you doing and popping lips and their gums and all this other crazy stuff.
Because I don't know. I guess sometimes like a lot of guys, they kind of feel like I guess it goes back to the whole notion that guys and girls are supposed to go together, and girls are more feminine, so they think maybe being more feminine can attract guys.
Okay, well, I really don't know about all that.
That's just my theory.
You think that because if a guy is feminine, he can attract a more aggressive man? You're trying to say?
Not necessarily, but I would say I guess like guys who are gay and happen to like guys, maybe they're naturally more feminine because they figure that I guess you could say that because I guess that's what guys tend to like. But I said, but even me, for example, like honestly, I don't mind dating feminine boys because I have before. No, because it doesn't matter to me. As long as the vibe is right, then we good. I mean, you can be feminine or masculine. So I would date a drag queen, but I never have. But
okay.
But
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. But we're talking about bullying, and that was a sidebar conversation. Just quick. I just didn't understand. I thought you was going to be able to shed some light. Yeah. But going back to bullying, you got
gay bashed.
Gay bashed.
Yes.
I would say gang bashed. Gang bashed. I don't know, but was it more than one person that was trying to fight you guys?
Actually, that day it was two guys, but however, the Hispanic one was the one who did all the attacking. But then once I got my vision back, I seen that just so happened that a police car was just driving by just all willy nilly.
So the friend that you was with, was he like a feminine person? Because you said all you heard was screaming.
Like he definitely does have feminine attributes.
So was he going?
I mean,
stop! Somebody help me, please!
With the like the hairstyles. I mean,
but because of you said a cop was driving past.
Yeah, just so happened.
So was he? Help me, please! Stop me, officer!
I wouldn't go that far as exaggeration, but I know that he did flag the cops down. And then, but then it was a good thing they came because the other guy, the black one, he was actually on his way to get ready to help the guy attack me.
Wow, so they was just to try to stump you down.
Right.
Just because you're gay?
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about people who would try to stump down someone that is homosexual? Do you think that they have some secrets?
I would say it could be a wide array of things. It could be the fact that they're dealing with their own repressed homosexual tendencies, or the fact that maybe they were conditioned to by their families to hate certain kinds of people, like
the blacks and the whites back in the day.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, because it all depends. Because I feel like everything starts in the home. So maybe their parents kind of.
Because I'm not gonna lie. I was taught that. I was taught, don't be around no gay people.
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, you're gonna catch gay, and then you're gonna go to hell.
Right.
You're not fit. You can't be around no gay folk now. You can't do that there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess you're kind of right on that. On that notion. We're getting ready to go on a break. Hey, this is Japrince from the Japrince Show, and I want to tell you all out there, if you want to check out the show in full, please go to www.japrinceshow.com. That's www.japrinceshow.com, and I'll see you then.